The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling, paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat Boats. Feel the rush.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
Hi, this is Josh McMurray. I'm the city manager for the city of Oakley. We're located on the Delta. We have a beautiful shoreline, and we really want to promote the city as the gateway to the Delta and showcase everything that we have to offer. We have a beautiful downtown that's expanding, brand new restaurants. What we're trying to do is build that brand to make sure that people know that you can come to Oakley and you can do everything that you want associated with the Delta, and you can still stay here, eat here, and have a good time in a very family-friendly and safe environment.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass-produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Here at Bridgeford, we make all of our products with 100% American beef and pork. We source everything exclusively from the United States for our beef jerky, pepperoni, summer sausage, and salami.
We've always focused on having the highest quality products. We do that by investing in new cutting-edge technology while still trying to maintain the old world values that our great-grandfather instilled in us.
Being a family company, we like to think of a lot of our products as being for family occasions and get-togethers. We like to think of our products being made by our family for your family.
Hey, Northern California bass anglers. Ready to elevate your fishing game? Ford Fairfield partners with Bass Angler Magazine to offer top-notch trucks tailored for your needs. Our simple pricing ensures a fair deal and exceptional service. We live and breathe bass fishing, participating in local tournaments to understand exactly what you need so you never miss a good bite. Visit Ford Fairfield today and let's hit the water together.
All right, welcoming everybody to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail, brought to you by Tackle Warehouse and the great city of Oakley. We are here, and you know what day it is. It's Championship Sunday. That's right. Today, we give away $50,000 and the one big, beautiful trophy that old Mark Lazane has made up and is giving it out today. One of these 10 gentlemen out here on the water is going to walk out with a big smile, a big pocketbook full of money, and ready to go. But we won't know for a little bit which one it is, but it's coming soon. Right about 3:30, we will kick it off. But right now, Mark, come on in, man. Let's talk a little bit about what's been going on out there. You've been on the camera boats from day one, out there on the water watching these guys catch fish. We've seen Marty Lawrence. He was out there knocking some big ones out there on day one. Day two fell off a little bit, but we still saw some really quality fish. Day three is here. You were out there on the water. Have you seen any big fish out of this little fish body of water, man? This place is kind of known for just little fish, right?
Well, I don't know if that's the case. But you know, I saw 3 guys, and I saw 2 fish well over 5 pounds.
That's a good side of fish.
And the third guy, I only saw him in the morning, so who knows what he has. I think there's going to be several big fish coming in. First off, I didn't make the trophy. So
I said you had it made up.
I had it made up. Bridgeford took care of the trophies. They're our trophy sponsor. And Jason Hickey, one of our Super 60 anglers, he made these. He designed these trophies, came up with them, and made them. He makes all of our Super 60 trophies, does an amazing job. And he has something special for the championship. I can't wait to see what they are. So a big shout-out to him. If you're watching, Jason, thank you. Great job. Sorry you were not here fishing today, but, I mean, that's the way it happens. Fishing today. So I think for a few guys, fishing was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's going to take 21 pounds to win.
21 pounds.
21 pounds to win.
And everybody remember this. Everybody started from scratch.
With 0.
0. No Tourney X anymore. That's out the window. It's just the best 5 they bring up to the scale. He's saying 21 may win it.
I think so.
You're sitting at home watching right now, so you tell us what you think. Go onto our website. Tell us in the comments. Make it out there. We've got social media everywhere. You've been watching it. Bray's been posting a bunch of stuff out there. You've seen some good catches. We've had some good ones out there. We've heard rumors of some really good fish out there. We'll find out. You know where we always find out? Right here on the stage, right? So we have a change up today. Our weighmaster had some personal issues, so we are going to bring in Mr. Mark Lazane. He is going to be our weighmaster for the day.
I'll be the stand-in weighmaster.
That's it. We'll see how he can pull that one off. It has been an absolute great weekend. The weather's been really nice. There hasn't been big winds. There hasn't been anything to really stop. No early morning fog delays, nothing like that. It has been great out there. What have you seen, and how has this been fishing in general for a guy who fishes the Delta quite a bit? How has this been setting up? This weather, the way the water is, how is it looking out there?
You know, I think it's been a little crazy. How much time we got?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right.
They should be coming up.
So
Dwayne should be sending them up soon.
These guys were off limits for 30 days. Nobody's been on this water for 30 days. Things change a lot from September to October. I mean, it goes from 100-degree days to, starting out at 70 or 80 degrees to starting out at 50 degrees. Things are changing. We had a big front move in their very first day.
But we're good.
Something's going on. Big front moved in. Yesterday, the front started clearing out. Today, high bluebird skies. Things are changing. You know, I think this event was made for the guys that flip and punch into the matted vegetation. Because when the fish get a little bit wigged out, they get up in that vegetation, and they're looking for vegetation. It's Alameda or Brazilian pondweed. There's a couple different names. I believe that's like the best vegetation in the Delta. And a lot of that grows in like 4 or 5 foot of water, and that's the key. If you can find that vegetation at low tide, which we had low tide every day in the mornings, if you can find that vegetation with 4 or 5 feet of water in it that's a little bit sparse, those fish are in there, and there's big ones in there. So that's how a lot of these guys were catching it, basically flipping, punching into that vegetation.
You know, it's a stacked field anyways. These are 10 of the best in the West left out there. The other 49 had to go home. We're down to 10. These guys, there's not a bad stick in the bunch out there right now. There's a guy from Arizona and Marty Lawrence. There's Colby Pearson, who won 2 of our events when it was back there.
From Oregon.
We've got guys from all over. They're out here. Bryant Smith fishes everywhere. Ishman Rowe fishes everywhere. These guys are out here. There are a couple names that really stand out, though, on this water right now. Our leader, Zack Thompson, spends a little bit of time on this body of water. And then there's always the guy that everybody kind of looks at and goes, yeah, and that's Mr. Ken Maw. Let's talk a little bit about some of the anglers you see out there. Those guys are here, and they got some fish. You have anybody that you really think is like just set up for the way this is fishing right now?
I don't know. You know, that's tough.
It's a loaded question.
You know, Ish is a great puncher, and so is Ken Maw. Right. So both of those guys, this is the kind of sets up for them. And you know, we see Bryant Smith walking up.
Yep.
So the deal is, I feel bad for Zack Thompson. I don't know how he. I don't feel bad for him, but I know that it seems like everybody that leads going into this thing has come close, but not won.
Nope.
So we'll.
Yeah, I think he can break that. I think he's got it in him to break that, though.
Let's see if he has a bunch of 4-pounders in that bag. Looks like he has a good bag. So let's see. I'm excited to see what happens, see how these guys do. I think we're getting close to.
They're loading up the tanks right now. Everybody watching, thank you for tuning in. It's been an absolute great event. This is the Super 60 right here. In 3 more weeks, we will be at Clear Lake.
About a month, we'll be at Clear Lake.
But we do have to say one thing. We have the Pro-Am that's changing up next year a lot. We have already had a ton of people sign up. If you're sitting on the couch right now at home, you're sitting anywhere, you're in your car, you may really, really, really want to think about getting your money in and getting your spot, because we're closing it off at 150 boats. And I'm not saying we're at 150 yet,
but we're
getting close. So if you want to get in on it, don't sit back and go, oh, I'll just get in late. It ain't going to happen this year. Mark, what he's put together, it's a heck of an event. This is where you want to be, right here at the BAM. It's going to be a good one next year. Boats in the parking lots, ready to go. Mark, we got anglers at the tanks, though, right now.
Yeah, let's see who wins.
I think we need to tell Thomas to go to commercial.
All right, let's do it.
Well, he's standing right here, though, so I don't know if he can push the button to go to commercial or not.
He will in just a second.
So in just a second, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Come right back. Don't go too far. Grab what you need to sit down and watch this thing. It's going to be a good one. Thomas, take it away.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass-produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
Hi, this is Josh McMurray. I'm the city manager for the city of Oakley. We're located on the Delta. We have a beautiful shoreline, and we really want to promote the city as the gateway to the Delta and showcase everything that we have to offer. We have a beautiful downtown that's expanding, brand new restaurants. What we're trying to do is build that brand to make sure that people know that you can come to Oakley and you can do everything that you want associated with the Delta, and you can still stay here, eat here, and have a good time in a very family-friendly and safe environment.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling, paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat Boats. Feel the rush.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the best boat technology BAM Trail, brought to you by Tackle Warehouse in the great city of Oakland. We are here at the California Delta. It is Championship Sunday. It is the day we crown a California Delta champion. But right now, you know how we do this. We bring the man who was leading on day 2 up here. We interview him, we let him talk, and we put his butt in that seat right there and let the next people come up here and take away that spot from him. So Mr. Zack Thompson, come on up here, my friend. We're going to talk this thing out, man. You are a local. This is your body of water, and everybody's expecting greatness out of you. So let's talk about what is going on out there.
Yeah, you know, I think that's my phone. Yeah, no, it was great this week. You know, the Delta really showed out. I mean, these guys all catching good bags 2-3 days in a row. Just amazing. It's really coming back. Spring hasn't been so bad, but no, the river's been fishing good. I had a really good couple days and fished hard today and smoked them, so these guys better be worried.
All right, you know, you said yesterday you do not like going into day on Championship Sunday leading. Everybody's at 0 again, and that means that you have to catch the best 5 you can catch out there today. Did you catch the best 5 that you can catch today?
I caught the best 5 I could catch today, yeah.
Zach, then I've got one thing for you. It's a chair. Right there's the hot seat, my friend, and we will start off by bringing up an angler that's going to try to take that off. And since you have 0 right now, along with everybody else, it shouldn't be hard. So, let's start this thing off with an angler out of Lakeport, California. He knows how to catch the big fish. Mr. Mark Crutcher. Come on up here, Mark. All right, man, all you got to have is .01 to take that seat. Shouldn't be the hardest thing in the world to do. How many fish you got in there?
I got 5 fish.
He got his 5 fish today. His 5 fish go 11.20. 11.20. Reach in that bag. Hold up a couple fish real quick. We'll get some pictures. Mark's doing this. We got a rookie weighmaster again, so everybody bear with him a little bit. He's going to reach in there, hold up a couple bass on Championship Sunday on the big stage, and knock this man out of that seat. You can head back to your fish over there as soon as you shake that man's hand. All right, Mark. Zack Thompson will be back. Don't you worry. He'll be our last to weigh in. And we'll crown a champion right after that. Mark, get ready, man. That seat is there for you as long as the next guy can't knock you off, man. So let's hope that comes up. We'll go right there. Have a seat. Yeah, you want to talk now? Okay. All right, Mark, let's talk a little bit about it, man. We talked yesterday. We kind of gave everybody, let's step right over here in the middle of the camera, and let's talk about how you did out there, what's going on, and thank everybody you need to thank, man.
Yeah, great fishing. River's fishing good, like Zach said, and rooting for a lot of friends here. Today was a struggle. My area got hit pretty hard the last 2 days, and caught a few on a whopper plopper, chatterbait, just classic stuff, and then punched the rest of my fish. So yeah, yesterday I caught about 40, and today I only caught 5 keepers, and it was a grind.
All right, man. That's your seat. Have it right there. All right, our next angler, we were just talking about it. He's coming out of, oh, you got his tag? He's coming out of Mesa, Arizona, everybody. He led on day 1 with a big bag of fish. Mr. Marty Lawrence, welcome to the stage, my friend. Marty, I want you to look down just real quick. That is yours. Don't kick it anymore. All right, Marty, all you needed was 11:21 to take that seat. What did he have? You took it off too quick. I was looking at this screen and not that one yet. He had 10:04, which means he didn't quite take that seat. Marty, you want to thank anybody at home real quick?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody at home and all my sponsors. Just it was an amazing week.
What changed from the first day, man, where you just had some big fish, you had great things going, and then you had today?
I had a lot of luck on the first day. The last 2 days I didn't. So.
Yeah, let's get some pictures real quick. All right, man. It was a good first day. You had some great, probably the best day you've had on this body of water, right?
I dropped a bag on these guys. I did.
You did, man. You stood up. Every one of these guys went, you know what? Day 1, if we just shut it off right then, man, you'd be holding that big trophy. Unfortunately, we go through a few more days, man. What kind of changed on you?
Just the weather, I think. Had a lot to do with Friday. Just the system that was going through, I think. I mean, big fish were out in the open, and I was able to catch them.
All right, Marty, shake that man's hand, but head off to that side right there. He's going to keep that seat. You made the cut, yeah.
Fishing championship Sunday against these guys.
Can't complain, right? You can't complain. All right, Marty. You got one. All right, our next angler coming out of Oakdale, California, Mr. Ish Monroe. Come on up here, Ish. You're going to need 11:21 to take that hot seat. He does. He's got to make sure you don't have any stripers in there. 11:21 is what we're looking for. 16:31 is what he puts on the scale. Great fish. Reach in that bag. Let's get some pictures. Unfortunately, man, that means that guy's going to take that seat. He's got some good bass, though, right there. That's for sure. He was around him. This guy knows how to catch him on this body of water. All right, Ish. Shake that man's hand so he can exit the stage, and then you and I will talk about it a little bit over here. Oh, come on over here, man. Let's talk a little bit about day 1, day 2. You know, now we're up here. We're on Championship Sunday. You dropped a good bag on the scale. You know, what are you thinking out there?
I mean, I didn't really have too many big fish going. First day, I kind of just fumbled around. I can't say, when you say you can't win it the first day, but you can definitely lose it the first day, I thought I lost it the first day and not even going to make the cut. You know, had 8 keepers and 14 pounds, and that's not good for the Delta. I mean, obviously you can see these guys out there with the caliber of fishermen we have here on the Super 60. You know, you guys have done a great job with the qualifications for this deal, and I was like, it's pretty much over, and I said, you know what, if I'm going to catch a big bag, I'm going to go to the place that I was going to save for basically today, and I ran all the way down there and burned a whole lot of gas, and had to use my jack plate to get through a couple of little sandbars, but I made it barely through, in and out, and I got in there and they just started biting, and so I'm just like, all right, let's see if there's any big ones in here. And you know, the tides aren't the best tides for trying to catch them frogging, because that's what I was doing, and it just really didn't get that great, so I started throwing a chatterbait, and we've got a new color called Paradise Potion, and it's a pretty awesome color, and it's great great for a flipping bait and a missile baits D-bomb and a spunk shad on the back of a chatterbait. And I just started catching them yesterday and ended up catching 16 keepers. Did catch a few on a frog, and the big ones just, they'd roll on it, but they never actually ate it. So I decided that that wasn't going to be the area that I was going to actually win on. So, but I still made the cut, so that's a good thing. And then I just ran to a different area of the day, got down there, and my first, second, third flip, I catch that one that's like 4.5, 5 pounds, and I'm like, here we go, it's about to go down. And just ran around and just caught a lot of 2 to 2.5 pounders, and that was pretty much my day.
All right, man, you got anything you want to say to anybody out there?
I just want to thank my wife, Oxy, for being here, and, you know, she's done a fabulous job of holding down, you know, Angler's Paradise and coming here and helping you guys out and holding me down and feeding me and taking care of me. So I just got to thank her because, yeah, feeding me is a full-time job. But it's just without her, you know, I wouldn't be here, and it's just she makes life a little bit easier.
All right, man, right now, I got a chair for you right there. Here's your tag. On that one, he's going to be sitting in that hot seat, 1631, good weight right now. We'll see what Mr. out of Bakersfield, California, Randy Maccabee can do right now. Randy, you need 1632. You get 5 fish today? Yep. He got 5 fish. Those 5 fish need to be 1632. 1632 wasn't even an issue. 1970, everybody. That is good weight right there. He's going to reach in that bag. Hold up a couple of these bass. California Delta is showing up right now on Championship Sunday. There they are. All right, man, shake that man's hand real quick so he can get off the stage. That's going to be your seat. But let's talk a little bit about it. Day 1, day 2, day 3 is what it means it, man. This is when you got to go out there and you got to see if that weight's going to hold up, man.
I don't think it's going to, but, you know, I've had a hate relationship with the Delta since 2010 when they stopped eating winding baits. And this week I showed up to my first spot. The grass looked great, and like my second cast, I said, yeah, I need to pick up a punch rod. And first flip, punched a fish, punched 3 in a row, and I thought, I'm not going to put it down. So I punched the whole time, and I am not a puncher. I want to wind something. If it's a square bill or chatterbait, topwater, whatever it is, I got to be moving. And Mark pulled up on me today, and I had a mat like the front size of the front of my boat. And I probably made 30 flips in there, and I punched 25 fish in 30 flips out of one mat. It was just a magical time. So I don't so much hate this place right now, but got a little love back. It was a great week. I'm probably not gonna make it, but
you've already made it, man. You're here on Championship Sunday. You got a check you're going to get right now. You've made it. Hold your head up high. You did a great job out there. Thank the people, man, you got to thank.
I got to thank my wife. We got rid of our kids, and we got 4 new kids. They're furry kids, so she's got to babysit them, and they're worse than the kids are. But I got to thank her. She holds everything down for me. My sponsor, Stealth Sticks. This week I put a Stealth Sticks peg leg in my hand, and that's the only rod I had on the deck. I had 2 of them on the deck, but it's the only one I had fished with all week. P-line, that Endurex braid, no fade. For a guy that's not a professional puncher like some of these guys, even if I come to the Delta, I think, oh, I got to grab a Sharpie because I got to color my line. Well, by the time I get to my first spot, I never have a Sharpie left because it's flown out somewhere. With the Endurex, it's no fade, stays black the whole time. Just makes my life way that much easier.
All right, Randy. There's a chair with your name on it right over there. Have a seat, and we'll see what the next guy can do. 1970, it's a good bag of fish. We're going to go to our next angler. He's out of Roseville, California. He goes all over the country fishing, and now he's stopped here on the California Delta. Let's bring him up, Mr. Bryant Smith, everybody. He brought his kicker with him. All right, man. Bryant, you get 5 fish in there?
We got 5.
He's got his 5 fish. He's looking for 1971. Do this for me. Number one will work. 27-26, everybody. He just dropped a big old bag of fish. He's going to get himself a chair. That is a big old Delta bass. All right, Bryant, you earned yourself a chair. But let's talk about what just happened, man. That was some great weight right there. Day one, day two. Now we're on Championship Sunday. That's a good weight. That one, I don't know if that's going to hold up or not, but that's up to those guys out there, right? Let's talk a little bit about it, man.
Yeah, it was just one of those magical days. You know, I've never caught fish so spread out before on the Delta. Usually I like to hunker down in one area, and I ended up catching them. One of the fish I weighed probably 20 miles from here, and then another 30 miles, and then another about 10 miles away from here. So I ran all over the place today, and it was just one of those days where everything lined up. You know, I don't get to fish out here very much, so days like that are really, really special, and that's what the Delta's all about, is those big bass. Flipped them all week, got in on keepers, and that's how I've always caught a lot of fish here, is flipping Strike King Rage Bug, Alpha Angler, Mag Hitter, the 2.0, 50-pound braid, and just covered as much water as I could. And honestly, I just fished history. You know, like I said before, I haven't been here in 3 years, so it was pretty cool. I had about 19 pounds at 11 o'clock, and you know, a solid bag. And I was driving, and I wanted to get a little bit closer, and I ended up stopping on an island that me and my dad actually fished when I was 16 years old, and I caught the biggest fish of my life off of that, and ended up going down that bank and catching that big one and a couple more that really helped me. So just one of those magical days.
All right, man, you got anybody out home or anybody here that you want to thank?
Absolutely. My family, you know, my wife, she she told me last night, if you're going to fish today, you better something win. So that was in my head all day, and it just worked out. But all the sponsors behind me, Skeeter, Yamaha, Alpha Angler, Strike King, Luz. Yeah, I'm going to miss a bunch. I'm a little tired after all that, but I appreciate everybody for coming out and everybody who supports me, because this is truly a dream I get to live.
All right, Bryant. He already left. You don't get to shake his hand, but that's your chair for right now, man. 27-26 is the new bar. This next angler can drop 27-27 on the scale. And in just a couple seconds, we're going to find out if he will. Out of Elk Grove, California, let's bring him up, Mr. Ken Ma, everybody. Got him. All right, Ken, you know the number. 27-27 is what we're looking for. 2 27s you got to have in that bag. One at the beginning, one at the end. Doesn't have either one of them. 22.88, everybody. Good weight. Holds up some fish. Let's get some pictures. But Mr. Smith over here has dodged his first one. It was a big one. The Delta is alive and well.
I'll just wipe my hands on I'll wipe my hands on this shirt.
All right, Ken. You didn't get that chair this time, man. You've won a bunch of events here. It's one of your home waters. You do this place pretty well. There was an odds-on favorite coming into this thing, I think. Everybody was waiting for you to get here and see what you could do. Let's talk about what happened out there.
Hey, real happy with how I fished the tournament. You know, first I want to thank my lovely wife. She's in the audience. My brother's here, sister-in-law, my nephew who's getting really into fishing. Just thank them for everything that they do for me. Yeah, I fished a really good tournament. I got beat. I didn't. I lost one fish today. Everybody in the top 10's losing fish, so you don't want to hear those stories. It wouldn't have mattered. He still would have beat me. So that's how it goes. I'm real happy. I got better every day. I had almost 19 the first day, 21 the second, and almost 23 today. So, you know, you just you can't complain about that. The Delta is really showed out this week. The other thing I want to do shortly is take some time up here. You know, I always want to talk about how our industry's doing. You know, 2-3 years ago, before BAM came, our industry went through a lot of stuff, right? And then, you know, last year MLF pulled out of the West, and you know, our anglers, you know, look, like right here on the corner, there's 10, 15 kids here. You know, those guys are going to be Brian Smith, Ish Monroe, maybe me one day, Aaron Britt. You know, so we need a platform for these kids to show up and get inspired. You know, you don't know what it takes. I mean, one kid meets Ish, one kid meets somebody, and he's like, that's what I want to do. You know, so for BAM, you know, and what One Bass is doing, you know, if you're out there and you've been on the fence, get off the fence. You know, next year, Mark, what I say is up in a down economy. You know, the BAM's growing, the numbers are growing, the prizes are growing. You know, and Mark has just done a tremendous job. Bray, yourself, you know, Oxy, you know, it's just really a good place for us to be. So if you're thinking about fishing, just do it, because if you don't, life will get you and you'll have regrets. So I want to congratulate Brian if he ends up winning, and I'm out of here.
All right, buddy. Good job out there. Shake that man's hand real quick. Head off the stage. Bryant has dodged a major bullet right there. Ken Maw knows this place pretty well. Our next angler, he's around here quite a bit. He's from here. He's out of Stockton, California. Let's bring him up, Mr. Robert Reel. Come on up here, Robert. Robert, it is Championship Sunday. You're standing on the big stage. You need 27-27. I'm looking at that bag, and it looks like you're going to be a little tight. 589, my friend, 589. Hold up a couple of those fish. We'll get some pictures for Sunday. All right, man. Robert, you don't quite to get his seat right there, but you know what? You're standing up here, Championship Sunday. You're on the big stage. You made it. You got here, man. Let's talk a little bit about what happened out there.
Well, a few things happened, but first I'm going to turn the tides on you. I'm going to ask you a question. What did I tell you yesterday when you asked, what am I going to do today?
Nothing.
Exactly. That's what I said. I had nothing going. I was on the keeper count. Everything I expected this week didn't happen. The local pond jinx got me, but we still made it here, and I'm super excited about that. Had some motor problems last night. Boat got me out and back both days this week. After weigh-in, she wouldn't run. Amazing friend of mine, Mike, had me drive my boat all the way out to Livermore last night. He fixed it. We got out and back again today safely, so I'm really excited about that. A lot of people don't know that on this final day we have observers on our boats. I wanted to thank Brad. Is it Bradley? Yeah, Brad Scott. He was a blessing to have out on my boat today because it was a very tough day. Had some missed opportunities, and the conversation kept things light, and we really enjoyed that.
All right, man. You got anybody out there you want to thank up here?
Absolutely. I got Heather over here, my better half. I've had a good following of friends out here, John and Matt, and this whole group that's been out here cheering me on. Thank you all so very much. And, of course, my sponsors, my title sponsor, Battalion 1, that's my work that I go to every day. And they really stepped up and have made this a good year for me.
All right, Rob, shake that man's hand real quick, but you got to head off to that side over there. Mr. Smith over here gets to keep that seat for just a little bit longer. We'll see if this angler has anything to say about where you're sitting in just a minute. He's out of Rogue River, Oregon. Let's bring him up, everybody, Mr. Colby Pearson. All right, Colby. The number is 27-27. That's all you need in that bag right there. Did you get 5?
Yeah, I got 5. Obviously, as you can see, missed the big bites today, but what an incredible week on the Delta. This place is really bouncing back. First 2 days had over 20 pounds, and they're just biting really good out there.
Well, you had 1562, which means he's safe for one more guy. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple bass, and let's get some pictures. Stand in front of that Marty cone, man. All right, Colby. Tough day out there. It's Championship Sunday. You've been here before. You've hoisted that trophy a few times now. Well, 2 times anyways. Let's talk a little bit about what happened out there, how things went good, how they went bad, and thank the people you got to thank.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was awesome out there. I probably caught another 15 or 16 scorables today and maybe 10 or 15 shorts. I was punching them all week. Probably punched 60 fish, over 14 inches or so in the last few days, 50 if not. I was throwing a Crush City Hedgehog and a cleanup cross, so 2 baits I don't think they see out here on the Delta a ton. A lot tougher bite today. I had to downsize my weight to a 1 ounce, and the tides were tough. I need a little more water underneath those mats to really get on my fish that I needed, but that's okay. I want to thank Wood Brothers Carpet and Flooring, Craig, coming down to weigh in, always supporting BAM, always supporting Fishing in the West as well as myself. Discount Tackle, Hinson Electric, Rapala, Bates Reels, Bahio Eyewear, and shout out to the guys back at work, PSS. Thanks for letting me go fish a derby and family, and got a new niece, and yeah, I've been busy, but it's good times.
All right, man. Good job out there. You're still here on Championship Sunday. You made that. Shake that man's hand, though, and head off that way. He's keeping it for a little bit longer. Bryant, that's some good anglers just went across this stage, man, and you're still sitting there. That says a lot for you. But I got to tell you what, I'm going to keep calling big names. Let's see what happens. Our next one, he's out of Yuba City, California, everybody. Give it up for Aaron, Too Legit Brent. Aaron, 27-27, man. The bag looks a little light. I was right. 10:03, everybody, 10:03. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple bass, and let's show them off. All right, Aaron. I have a feeling that that's not the only one of those you were hoping you were going to catch today. You said yesterday when you were on this stage you were going to put a flipping stick in your hand, you were going to go down, and you were going to catch some fish in a place you'd never been to. How did that work out?
Ah, man, really a roller coaster of a day. I caught that big one pretty early on. Jumped off several 3-pounders punching, and biggest mishap today, I hooked about a 6-pounder, caught it. What happened was I flipped away back into a mat, and I couldn't get to it with my trolling motor, and not thinking about it, I sat in my driver's seat without putting my life vest on, drove my boat in there, got the fish, landed it, and unfortunately I had to let the fish go because of the rule violation. So that was that. Had a couple 4-pounders over buzzbait. I mean, I had the bites to do really well today, and it just was one of those days where, you know, I made a mistake. I take full ownership of that, and I think it might have cost me AOI. I'm not too quite sure yet, but listen, anytime you're fishing Sunday, it's a good tournament. I fish out here for a long time, and I very seldom catch them out here, at least good ones anyway. And happy to be here fishing today. And like I said, I punched all day today. It's not my strong suit. You know, I'd rather be winding, doing something like that. But I knew that I had to do something of that sort in order to win this tournament. And don't think I had 27 pounds of bites, but I definitely had 23, 24. And you know, it is what it is, and I'm looking forward to next year.
Aaron, thank you very much for, you know, enforcing your own self on that rule, you know, and understanding how it works. Everybody, these guys are out there on Championship Sunday. He made a slight mistake. We have to penalize that mistake, but this is how you call yourself a professional. You stand up here, take it, you know what? Shake that man's hand, though, and head off over to the right. Aaron, great job out there, man. Beautiful fish. But right now, there's just one left. And he'll wait right there. As we go to commercial break, we'll bring him up in just a minute. We will find out who will be the champion right here on the California Delta. Will it be Bryant Smith? Will it be Zack Thompson? Don't go away.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail, brought to you by Tackle Warehouse and the great city of Oakley. We're here on the California Delta. To my right, I have two men. Both of them want that trophy right there. Both of them want a $50,000 check. We're only going to give it to one of them. Bryant Smith over here and Zack Thompson. Zack, bring those fish on up here. We're going to set them in this tank right here for a second. Reach into that bag, hold up a couple fish, and let's get some pictures. Nope. Hold them up real quick. There you go. Now we're going to give them over to Mark. Mark, Bryant, hold on. He doesn't, trust me, they don't know. Get on up here. One of these men is going to have a trophy in just a second. And I'm the one that knows what it is. Zack, you need 27. Mark, you want to grab that trophy? You want to grab that check? Someone else is going to grab that trophy and hand it off. I need you to do me one favor. Hand it to the man right there, because 14-18, Zack, isn't going to be enough. Your champion of the California Delta is Mr. Bryant Smith, everybody. He is $50,000 richer and has a great big trophy to take home. Bring the family. Let's get this thing up here. All right, there it is. Your winning family right here. Brand spanking new trophy, $50,000 check. It is a great day right there for the Bryant family. I know you're headed out to the U.S. Open soon as well. Hopefully you can bring this kind of luck with you, man. Let's talk a little bit about it, man. You just did it. 50 grand and the trophy. How you feeling?
Yeah, the trophy's everything. You know, and to have my dad bring it up, man. We spent a lot of time out here when I was a kid, and you know, my parents both they allowed me to fish, you know, as much as I could, and I got to come out here a lot and spend a lot of time, and it was so special to go down just the same banks I did as a kid and catch them and just have that magical day. Yeah, I'm speechless.
Don't be speechless, man. We got everybody out there. You did a great job out there. That's the money. That's the trophy. Everybody, this is your champion. Give it up one more time for Bryant Smith. Bryant, great job, man. Everybody out there watching, great job. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. This show is now closed, dude. Great job. We will see you at our next event. His fish are down there.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
Hi, this is Josh McMurray. I'm the city manager for the city of Oakley. We're located on the Delta. We have a beautiful shoreline, and we really want to promote the city as the gateway to the Delta and showcase everything that we have to offer. We have a beautiful downtown that's expanding, brand new restaurants. What we're trying to do is build that brand to make sure that people know that you can come to Oakley and you can do everything that you want associated with the Delta, and you can still stay here, eat here, and have a good time in a very family-friendly and safe environment.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling, paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat Boats. Feel the rush.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We have one little thing to do, and it's not little. It's our title sponsor, Bass Boat Technology, has a great big check. Mark, you got that check right there? We are back up here. We've got to present this to the man who gets it. $500 from Bass Boat Technology. Step over here. Step in front of the Marty Lawrence cone. Show this off. Ken Ma doesn't get out of here empty-handed. He's going to get a nice check plus an additional $500. Ken, you got something you want to say?
Yeah, I want Brian to get off the stage while I'm taking my picture.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We crowned a champion. We're great. We'll be at the Calif. No, we'll be at Clear Lake. We'll be at Clear Lake next for the championship. We'll find out who walks out of here the all-year champion of the BAM Trail.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lawrence here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling, paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat Boats. Feel the rush.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.